Do they let you watch? That's an interesting idea. I'll have to think about that. Yes, Have I ever told you I really like the way you wear your hair? It's very nice and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Olay. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. One year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels. Yes, you can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you, like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me. Yes, very much so. I'm not sure. Yes, I don't envy them. She never washed her hair. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company. You see? This is what I mean. You're such a pleasure to talk to. You see? You play along with me. Not many will do that. I had no idea you felt that way. I have never regretted leaving Olay. I do not regret any of the pain, the anger, the loneliness, because it brought me to you. But people are starting to look at me strangely. We will speak of this again, I promise. I think so. I suppose even friends can get on each other's nerves sometimes. Let us just be on our way. And what would you do if I said I do? Very much so, in fact. Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way. Wrong idea. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I enjoy spending time with my friends. Is there something wrong? Huh? You must do that then. Perhaps later when I'm not prepared for it. Surprise me. Ah, yes, it's very nice. But you must watch out the next time you're in a marsh. The humidity, it does nothing for it. And we can't have you saving the world with bad hair now, can we? There's no one else I'd rather spend time with. Come then, let's get going. If I recall correctly, you have some important earth-shattering business to attend to. I happened to be speaking with Zevran yesterday. He tells me you two have been intimate. I don't know what to think. I didn't know you were fond of other men. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but I had no idea. Oh, I see. So you've made your decision, I suppose. Well, I wish you well, then. He is quite a catch, I suppose. And you tell him, if he ever hurts you, he'll have to face me. Men can be bastards sometimes, you know. You don't have to deny it. I always thought there was something missing between us. Now I know what it is. Of course not. We will always be friends. That would be hard to do since Zevran has been boasting about it to anyone who will listen. I didn't realize you were at all attracted to him. I thought you love Alistair. I suppose I can't fault you for being desirous of new experiences. And what is it they say? Oh yes, you should try everything once, except for incest and Kunari cuisine. Really? Zevran didn't seem to think you regretted it that much, but he's not known for his honesty, is he? Anyway, I suppose this is your decision? I know. I will always be here for you if you need me. Anyway, I'm glad we sorted this all out. I knew there was more to it than what Zev told me. Well, you know how he is. It is my business because we work together. We need to rely on each other, and perhaps honesty is necessary here. Oh. Well, I suppose I can see why. Never mind. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want you to say. Misunderstanding. Well, what can I say here that will not embarrass me? I think I made a mistake about you. It's not your fault. I'm sorry. You know me too well. I just thought we had something here. A diversion? That's all. A lie. Why would Zevran... If there's anything I know about Zevran, is that he never lies about his sexual conquests. It was no lie. Yeah, true enough. Often I do not know what to make of him. So, what is this all about then? A lie. Why would Zevran make something like this up? Oh, I see. I have to admit he does have something about him. But there are always people who will catch your eye. The important thing is whether they capture your heart. Oh, Maker, I don't know what I'm saying. Fun? I know Zevran seeks pleasure and not a bond of friendship or anything else. But you, is this how you treat people? As playthings? I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. Let us put this behind us, shall we? This is a joke I find none too funny. Perhaps I should remove myself from your presence so you can amuse yourself in peace. Shall we forget I ever brought this up? I think this would be best. Then why did you... Fun? Yes. Maybe that is for the best. What I've done has nothing to do with this. Why do I always get myself into these conversations? Curious. Do you bet every person you're curious about? Never mind, do what you like. I should never have brought this up. About you and Zevran? No, not really. I thought about it, and I think I overreacted. After all, we were not... I mean, it wasn't my place to criticize what you did in private. I'm sorry if what I said drove a rift between us. I didn't mean for it to do so. Friends? And now you must tell me everything. What's he like? You lied to me about Zevran. I've seen you together. He tried to kill you, and apparently he's still more honest than you are. I don't know if I can trust you, if I can trust the things you've said to me. What am I to you? And Zevran? What's he to you? You're very special to me. But if you don't feel the same, please tell me now. Oh, I see how it is. Maker. I was such a fool. Is that so wrong? I just want to know where I stand. I need to know what's going on between you and Zevran. You said what happened between you two was nothing, but it's gone further, hasn't it? I've seen the knowing glances he shoots at you. What's all that about? Alistair is quite fond of you, isn't he? Oh, don't pretend you don't know what I'm talking about. It's obvious. He's not very good at being subtle. I like Alistair. I don't know if there's anyone who doesn't, but I was wondering if there was something more between you two. Oh, don't start. You know perfectly well what I mean. You're flirting with him. Oh, I see. Well, he's a very nice boy, no? If you hadn't made your move, perhaps I would have. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm happy for the both of you, and especially for him. He couldn't have found a better companion. I've seen you flirting with him. You may think it's harmless and means nothing, but I see that he's quite taken with you. Alistair is a wonderful person, and you shouldn't give him false hopes if you do not mean to go further. He deserves better. Me? Upset? No, not at all. I just think you should be careful about what signals you send to others. I'm sorry if you think I nag. I just care a lot about you, and Alistair, of course. I don't want to see anyone hurt. I'm just concerned for my friends. But if you think I'm in your way, then forget it. I will never stick my nose in your business again. Why is it you always feign ignorance? I've seen you together. I'd have to be blind, deaf, and buried 10 leagues underground not to notice. But you've said such things to me. Were they lies? Have you been playing with my feelings? If you really care, don't do this to us. I know Alistair wouldn't want it any more than I do. So you have been then. Then you and Alistair... What about Alistair then? What are you doing to him? He adores you. I need to do this. I need to know where we stand. This cannot continue. It is not fair to either of us, so I will make this decision for you. You and I... It probably wasn't the best thing for either of us anyway. It was good while it lasted, though. Alistair is a wonderful person, and he deserves someone who loves him wholeheartedly. Go tell him so. I understand. I love you both, and I'm happy for you. And I will always be here if you need me, my friend. No, don't be silly. This is a good thing. No, survival was my only concern at the time. Then let us move on. I suppose you could look at it that way, but she still deserves our respect. But there is little time to debate this. Let us move on. Yes, of course, but it still is something to be in awe of. Why am I being such a baby about this? I must be a sight spilling my guts. Well, yes, but that's not all they're for. If you saw a pretty lady in a beautiful dress, you'd want to see her dancing in her dainty shoes and not in huge boots. Ugh, men. It seems women only dress up for other women because men don't care or notice. I know what you're going to say, and I'm just going to spare you the trouble. You've chosen, haven't you? I had a feeling this would happen. I suppose I hope you are happy together. I'm not stupid. Did you think you were the first person to ever disappoint me? I know that look. This is getting a little awkward, and I think I'm going to excuse myself now.
Yes, but she seems more, ooh, pretty colours, than, I'm Princess Stabbity, stab, kill, kill.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell, and the darkness drew me in. I have had dreams. This was different somehow. When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything? I suppose I did. That was what the darkness was, no? Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith. In my dream, I fell, or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. It's not your life, but mine that he guides. I suppose you will never understand. No one does. It's all right. I don't know. He made this world. He could destroy it. But there is so much worth saving. That is why you're a Grey Warden. Come, there's a blight to stop. You're such a pessimist. We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken. Not I. I am only affirmed. I thought I knew her. My devotion to her blinded me to her less than noble attributes. She was a remarkable woman. I could not fully express the admiration I had for her, or the depth of my affection. Nobles, mostly. Spy on you? What would you have that a spoilt and bored Orlesian nobleman could want? Some do. Mostly, it is nobles spying on other nobles. The Empress must have her own bards at her disposal, I suppose, but many are more self-serving. What do you think? They infiltrate, steal, sometimes assassinate? It depends on the bard. Maybe I just tell myself he's there to console myself, to know there's someone watching out for me, to know I'm not alone. But I was. I was alone and desperate when I fled to Ferelden. I went to the only place I knew would take me. Maybe I never found faith. I just pretended to because I knew the Chantry would hide me. There's an idea. I've watched you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time. I don't think you have the correct aptitude. I could give you some pointers, though. You may be able to pass them on to someone you know. Go? What do you mean, go? You want me to leave? No, I'm not leaving. Will I ever see you again? Goodbye, then, and make her be with you. Oh, I see. Very well. I will find my own path. You don't have to tell me twice. No! Leave me alone. I must say that traveling with you has opened my eyes to how wrong some are about the Dalish. You are not at all savage, and I've not seen you snatch away women and children without provocation. Did you always live in an alienage? Was it very terrible? Funny? No. People actually do believe such things of you. If my people were more open to interacting with yours, we could do away with such misperceptions. No, of course not. I am just saying that many believe such awful things about the Dalish. Is that a joke or a threat? This attitude isn't going to make humans more sympathetic of the Dalish. I know humans and elves do not share a happy history, but peace must be possible. I hear many city folk talk about how wonderful it must be to live simpler lives, close to the earth. They could learn from the Dalish. I'm sorry, I did not mean it like that. I wasn't trying to belittle your culture. I have met very few elves, and those that I have met were pledged to the service of Orlesian nobles. They are serfs. There is no slavery in Orlais. Elven servants are well compensated for their services. Some of them live richer lives than humans. A well-trained elven servant is highly valued in Orlais. They are nimble and dexterous, and many people find them pleasing to look at. Oh, my words were clumsily chosen. I did not mean to offend. I I am sorry. No, I did not mean it that way. I am sorry. I have offended and I did not mean to do so. Of course. I am sorry if I implied otherwise. Thank you. You have given me a lot to think about. I did not realize that. It is so strange how long-held beliefs just seem natural and right. Like there is no other way to feel. How marvelous that must be. I have never been to the Denerim alienage, but I hear that life is hard and there is so much squalor. That is good to hear. In Orlais, most elven servants live in the homes of their masters, often in great wealth and luxury. I've known elven servants with servants of their own. Yes, but some humans are treated cruelly too. It is not just elves. I can't help what I believe. Something like that. The Maker wants his children to be happy. Would he have created in us the capacity for love if he did not intend for us to find it? Yes, that gloriously rich and decadent emotion that one finds oneself hopelessly stuck in. Much like caramel pudding. Well, you know Orlesians and their curious entertainments. It's much nicer than mud. Why, thank you, dear. Yes, talk of the Maker is hardly romantic, is it? Oh, I have tales of pudding like you would not believe. Perhaps we could retire to my tent, and I could regale you. Come here. And no arguing this time. Good. Now come with me before I lose my patience. You'll just have to wait and see, won't you? Holy Maker! She was a... My head feels heavy. Like I've just woken up from a terrible nightmare. I believe we had some task to accomplish. Let us be on our way. Wait, what's happening to me? Blessed art thou who exists in the sight of the Maker. Blessed art thou who seeks his forgiveness. Blessed... What? Who you?
I beg you, do not disturb the girl's meditations.
Revered Mother, I do not know this person.
Please do not vex her. She needs quiet and solitude to calm her mind and heal her heart.
Isn't real? I don't understand. I remember there was a sign.
Leliana, we have discussed this sign of yours. The Maker does not care to interfere in the affairs of mortals. This vision was likely the work of demons.
The Maker cares for us. I believe he misses his wayward children as much as we miss him. My vision may not be from him, but it guides me to do what is right. My revered mother knew this. I don't know who you are, but you are not her. Let us leave. My head has not yet cleared, but there is something familiar about you, and I believe I trust you.
This is your home, your refuge. Do you truly wish to leave the comfort of this place behind? Stay and know peace.
There is no need. I carry the peace of the Chantry in my heart.
You are going nowhere, girl. I will not permit it. No, she is ours, now and forever.
There's something familiar about you, and I find myself trusting you, as odd as that may sound. I cannot trust you. I do not know you. Please, let me be.
This is a place of peace and contemplation, and your behavior is inappropriate. Leave now, or I shall be forced to take steps. I will deal with you, and then our hold over the girl will be absolute.
I do not know what you're talking about, and I find your harassment quite uncalled for.
We have given her succor when she was lost. We showed her the way, and now she is one of us.
I am happy here. This is all I ever wanted. Why are you saying these things about the revered mother? Please go away. I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about. I apologize for interfering, but I couldn't just sit by and not help. Save my life. I assure you I can handle myself. So now you know all about me. We just met. Well, that can be quickly remedied. Let me introduce myself. I am Leliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was. I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest. Not even an initiate. They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the blight defeated as much as humans, no? Those men said you're a Grey Warden. You will be battling the Darkspawn, yes? That is what Grey Wardens do. I know after what happened you will need all the help you can get. That's why I'm coming along. Oh, I thought you might say that. But you see, the Maker wants me to join you. I know that sounds absolutely insane. But it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
Look at the people here. They are lost in their despair, and this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help. I can fight. I can do more than fight. As I said, I was not always a lay sister. I put aside that life when I came here. But now, if it is the Maker's will, I will take it up again. Gladly. Please let me help you. Then what? What happens when the Hold comes? It will follow anywhere we flee until all we know is destroyed. But I will go, for now. It's not important that you believe what I say, only that you serve the Maker in the end. Think about it, please. That is all I ask.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you. I appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down. He is not just my God. The Maker has love for all. I know you may not believe, but I had a dream. A vision. Then you believe me? I knew the Maker had sent a true dream. A vision that by serving you, I serve his holy plan. The Maker told me to. That, and the Maker wants me to go with you. But... oh, I see. Of course. Shall we move on, my completely ordinary and unremarkable friend? The Maker told me to join you. Surely, he would not do so without good reason. I wasn't born in the Chantry, you know. Many of us had more colorful lives before we joined, and I know that you did what you had to. I do wish they had backed down, however. I am glad you found it in your heart to offer those men mercy. Are we getting a move on? Good plan. Where we will be heading then? Oh, am I getting ahead of myself? So sorry. And you believe everything you hear? And did you not think that this could be historical fact and no longer true? And I shouldn't I, after having spent most of my adult life as one? You've guessed as much, I'm sure. But does it really matter what I was? What's past is past. Thank you. The dream was not all. There's more, isn't it? Everyone can be seduced by the right woman. The trick is predicting who she is and becoming her. Master the game, and no one can resist you. If I might be so bold, yes, I was quite good at it. Sometimes, all I had to do was toss a glance and a smile. Men read promises into such things and will go to great lengths to see that promise fulfilled. I could... what? Oh, aren't you funny? Well, it doesn't, really. I see your point. We will slay this darkspawn using conventional means, pointy sticks and all that, and crude. Why not make someone want to do what you suggest, instead of forcing them to do it? Oh, how glib! I suppose you expect me to laugh and forget about you and Morgan. I've been up for some time, but yes, I slept very well. I've just been watching you sleep. Did you know your eyelids flutter when you dream? And you have such pretty eyelashes. Mm-hmm. They're like little butterflies. I want to catch them and keep them in a jar. Maybe. Crazy now. Liar. You thought I was crazy the first time you met me. So I hear. I was watching you sleep. I do. And I probably always will. I will just move on. The Marjolaine I knew is gone. I just have to move on. But I must have done something right. It led me to you. To love. Well, here I am. Yes? What's on your mind? Of course. Maybe we should speak after we get out of here. Just thought. I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when my mother died. And this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free. It's a beautiful sentiment, I think. One that brings peace and hope to the grieving. And that is something to take joy in, no? Then perhaps you know this song, and thus you embark upon another journey. Death is just the gateway. This is a nice change from having to sleep in the woods, isn't it? So you're marrying Honora. I heard about you and the Queen. Do you love her? Yes, I suppose you would. She is very beautiful, isn't she? Then it is the best thing for Ferelden for me to let you go. I accept that. It changes everything. I respect her too much as a queen and as a woman To let what we have destroy us all. If you are to marry her, and be wholly hers, so am I. But you're still marrying her. Love? It is the only thing that matters. Not nearly enough, it seems. As long as it is just politics. She's a queen, and she knows how this goes. You marry one, you love another. And for me to be so close to the throne of Ferelden, I foresee interesting times ahead. Hardly. I have seen this before. For people like Honora, marriage is about power. Nothing needs to change. Not if you don't want it to. So you're marrying Alistair. I heard about you and Alistair. I don't know what to say. Alistair's not going to like that. It's going to be hard for him not to, I imagine. Oh, I'm sure we will. It means nothing. Nothing needs to be different. For people like Alistair, marriage is about power, not love. He will learn that in time. Why should it? It is just politics. Yes, he will have you by his side. And if he doesn't already, he will learn to love you. How? How could he not? It changes everything. Alistair is a good man. He deserves you. He deserves to have you fully. I won't ruin this for him. I can't. I know. And I am sorry. He is a good man, and I think you will be happy together. I will always be here for you. For both of you. Let us be on our way, but there is work to be done. And I have talked enough for now. Let's move on. But they must be hard to catch and... Oh, just ignore me. I'm so silly sometimes. Let's just go. Come, let's move on. But come, it is getting late and there is much to be done. But enough about that. Let us move on. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day. But we have things to do, don't we? Flowers? For me? They smell lovely. And there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much. It's over. She's dead. She's dead because of me. I need some time to myself. We will talk later. She's gone. I don't know what to think. She said it wasn't over. No, she was lying. She won't come back.